Welcome back to the Pisces reading. I figured we'd keep the good vibes going today. We started off on an upbeat foot, so let's just keep it going, okay? The sun is really starting to shine here. I see the palm trees swaying and swanging, and I'm feeling good. So, Pisces, how are you feeling? It is your reading. Welcome back for your June health and healing reading. It's summertime. All right. So, in case you don't already know, my name is Vanessa. I talk all about higher consciousness living and how you can't be healthy without healing mind, body, and spirit. So, in case you're not familiar with what the health and healing readings are, the sole purpose is to align the interconnection between mind, body, and spirit. Because when our mind is off, our body is off. When our body is off, our spirit is off, and vice versa, all in between. So, what we are going to do today is deep dive on the 5 categories that make up our overall health and well being. Those 5 categories include diet, sleep, movement, mindset, and meditation. So, I already pulled the cards, shuffled them, they're ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and figure out what it is that you need to do to bring each one of these categories into alignment so you can fully function as your highest, healthiest, best, and most vibrant self. Okay. I did not meditate on today's message, so today is going to be a fully channeled, off the top of my head reading, and we're just going to see what comes up for you today, Pisces. In case you're not already subscribed to the Soul Collective, I absolutely recommend subscribing. It is free to join. Okay, so you can click the link in my bio /soulcamico.com and you can subscribe to the newsletter for free. And every Sunday, I send out a weekly newsletter where you get some mindful messages and intentional practices that you can use and incorporate to help you navigate your week ahead. And I talk a lot about planetary alignments that are happening that week and how that affects the energy and how you can navigate that energy using rituals or mindful practices or, mindset shifts, stuff like that. And I also talk about current life lessons I'm experiencing or things I've already gone through or certain experiences, thoughts, ideas, perspectives, books, ideologies, all kinds of shit. Okay, I talk about all kinds of stuff in the newsletters and, updates, promo codes. So whatever it is going to be in the newsletter. Okay, so I would absolutely subscribe to that if you have not already. Good, I'm glad you love it. Also, if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can absolutely do that. I am accepting personal bookings. You can do a general reading. There are 3 time frame options, and then you can also do a personal health and healing reading if you want the same exact reading done for you personally, okay, which I actually fully recommend. So are we ready to get into the reading? Okay, so we're going to start off with diet. And we're going to see, Pisces, what it is that you need to do to get the diet into order. Okay, now this is going to be good if you have any Pisces placements in your chart, but also especially if it's in your sun, moon, or rising signs, you probably might resonate with it even more so. Okay, and if you do not know your chart, look it up. You'll be surprised what you find. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start off, and the first card we got is blood. The next card we got is bones, chariot, an offering, and insight. So what I am going to tell you is that with this blood card, A huge theme amongst the collective right now, I have literally read this on every single sign, is doing a fast or a cleanse. And what this is going to do is boost your immunity. Immunity right now is the biggest thing that we need to be focusing on. There are talks of another pandemic Lovato. And so you don't know for sure, but it's better to be safe and prepared. So the best way to do this is by detoxing, cleansing, doing a fast, upping your supplements, vitamins, making sure you're getting your zinc. Doing all the immune boosting regimens to really get your shit in order, okay? Because you really want to make sure you have you build a strong immune system. So, load up on your antiviral, antifungal herbs and medicinals. Look up some home remedies that you can use in case of anything like that happening. This is a really important time to uplift and fortify your immune system. You really want to make sure it's intact, okay? Um I feel your energy shifting and evolving. Okay, so with this Bones card, it feels like, you're in a pretty dark space, maybe mentally, and it kind of showed through your food. You probably fell off a little bit on your eating habits. You probably didn't really care as much, and you're just all over the place, and you're eating more takeout than you usually do, and you're just kind of eating the nachos 3 days in a row. Okay, you weren't really caring what you were doing. You just were eating what you felt like eating. And a lot of this was because of your mood. But now we see the Chariot card, and it feels like that energy that you were kind of, that space that you're in, it's starting to subside, and the energy feels lighter. It feels brighter, especially the summertime. The sun is shining a little bit more, and you're just feeling a little bit more better about yourself, okay? And I feel like because you are getting into this new energetic space, you're getting a little bit more insight, okay? And you're starting to realize, holy shit, I probably should be taking this a little bit more seriously and making it much more of a priority. So, um, I also feel like you're realizing how much food plays a part in your mental state. Like you're realizing, like this insight that you're getting, you're realizing, holy shit, eating better does make a big difference. Oh wow. Like, like I think because you were off of it for so long, that now that you're being a little bit more intentional about, or mindful about what you consume and what you put in and on your body, it's almost like the pineal gland, your third eye, starts to open up a little bit more because it's not so polluted, and now you're having a little bit more of an insight. Okay, you're having a broader perspective just overall on how you view yourself and how you're feeling. And I feel like maybe you're getting into a lot of arguments with people, or disagreements, or you're feeling snappy and moody, and it just feels like quick tempered energy. And a lot of this was because of the food you were eating. You weren't nourishing your body with anything that was mood enhancing. So a lot of you're really just eating not live foods, you're eating a lot of dead foods. And so this living in your second brain, which is your gut, it was showing through your mood. So you're probably snappy, irritable, agitated. You're probably at work freaking irritated the whole damn day, and you're almost like repelling the energy. It's like not really people wanted to be around you because you're in this like snappy, weird mood, and now that you're like, being a little bit more intentional and trying to really get back on your shit, you're like, oh, damn, I realized the food was a lot of the problem. Okay. And I feel like now that you're getting into a lighter and brighter space, you're a little bit more, it's like more people want to be around you. You actually want to be around other people now. You're not so irritable and want to be by yourself all the time. And say for instance, you don't resonate with this. Maybe you're not trying to get back on your ship, but you've been thinking about it. This is something to be mindful of and something you might want to think about considering, knowing that if you're wanting to shift the energy or your energy, a lot of it for you specifically in this reading, Pisces, is going to be your food and your diet, and really trying to stay away from the dead foods, which is processed foods, frozen foods, takeout, a lot of that stuff, and try to incorporate cooking at home. Eating whole foods, okay, finding recipes that aren't so heavy and much lighter and nourishing, especially because it's the summertime. Look into some leafy greens, some really delicious, gorgeous salads, okay? You can make a salad so deliciously, okay? So just kind of finding ways to really fulfill your taste buds still, but like that's more nourishing and replenishing to your energy and to your body, so you could really show up every day in the way that you actually envision yourself to. Okay, next for sleep, we have lymphatic system change. You are not alone in this uncertain place. Awakening and divine masculine. So I actually feel like you're in need of or currently going through a detox. And this could be like a physical detox, like through your diet, but this also just feels like an emotional, mental, all around life detox. Like maybe friends are falling off, or maybe, you're realizing things about yourself that aren't really serving you anymore, like self-sabotaging behaviors or thought processes or mindsets or things of that nature that really aren't doing you any good. And I think you're starting to get into a little bit of realization of what those things are. And if you haven't already, and you're still stuck in this kind of dark space and you're trying to get out of it, a way to do that is by changing the food. The food is going to play a big part in this, and you really pivoting this energy and transmuting it into something much more lighter and brighter. Okay, so with this lymphatic system card, whenever I think the lymphatic system, I think of drainage, detoxing, eliminating things that really aren't serving us, okay, that are not good for us, and that we are storing and harboring inside of us. And that could be energetically, that could be with our mindset, that could be physically, take it how it resonates. But I even recommend, like I said, a huge collective theme is a fast or a cleanse. We're all in need of really getting our shit together with our body. And when we get our shit together with our body, it naturally plays a part in our mind and how we approach our daily life and our relationships with other people, because we're also within that working on a relationship with ourselves, if that makes sense. So you're realizing that a change needs to happen here. Okay, so I'm also feeling like you may be going to bed really late, and if you are, that's a really bad habit to get into, and I would try to go to bed sooner, because what ends up happening here is when we're up late, we're in our thoughts, and anytime it's past like 6 p.m., our emotions are heightened. And so what you end up doing is laying in bed at night full of emotions, and it's almost like you start to go into this kind of dark space mentally and thinking about all the things that are wrong with your life, and your emotions are heightened, and you being up until midnight, 1, 2 a.m. thinking about these things, it's really not doing anything for you. It's kind of making you spiral a little bit more. And so when you wake up in the morning, you kind of have this dark cloud over your head until it's like midway through the day. Then it starts to go away and you're like, oh, okay, I feel a little bit better now. Like I'm ready to get the day going. And it's like, bitch, it's already 1 p.m. So it's like, this is something I would consider is really trying to go to sleep sooner and wake up sooner. Okay. Because this, you kind of, it's aligning with your circadian rhythm. Okay, so when you see the sun start to go to sleep, that's your time to start winding down. Okay, and when the sun comes up is when you should be coming up. So our bodies are made to work with the circadian rhythm of the sun. So that's literally how we're designed. That's how we function our best. So I would work on getting into alignment with your circadian rhythm because I feel like this is also playing a really big part on your energy. Okay. Um, and then with this, you are not alone in an uncertain place. This just shows me what you stay up late at night thinking about. Okay. You think about some alien shit. Okay. Just kidding. I mean, you could be, but, you are very welcome. So, with this, it's like this just goes to show me maybe you're up thinking about like how you lack community and support and you don't have any friends or family or anybody to lean on, and you feel like you're going through this really hard thing alone and nobody understands, and all these things. Or maybe you feel stuck and stagnant. Maybe you feel like you don't know what direction you're supposed to go in your life, or what purpose you're having, like what your purpose is in life, or the direction you know what I mean, like you get what I'm going. So it's just like you feel like you're just kind of alone in this space, and that is not the truth. That is you just spiraling. Honestly, that's you kind of spiraling. And I think that once you start to align yourself with a better diet, okay, and you're more mindful and conscious of what you're putting in and on your body, and you start aligning yourself with the circadian rhythm, okay, this is what I recommend doing, is using your sleep feature on your phone. I don't know if Android has it. I'm pretty sure they probably do. But if you have an iPhone, using the focus feature, and there's sleep on there, and you could set it up to where it reminds you when it's your bedtime. And so it will give you a bedtime alarm so you know when to start winding down. And during that time is when you should put your phone down, maybe play some relaxing meditation music at night, and maybe you set it up for, I don't know, 8:45 p.m. So that way by like 9:15, you're down laying in bed and you're nice and calm and relaxed. Okay? So get in the sleep app, setting a bedtime, and during that time taking a bath, making a cup of tea, maybe lighting a candle during the meantime. Just getting your energy together, doing your nighttime skincare routine. Those things that kind of wind you down, and you're not on your phone during this time. Okay, you've put the phone away for the whole rest of the day. Okay, you got that bitch on do not disturb. All right. And so this is a way to start training yourself to going to bed at a better time, and so that way you could have a more restful night's sleep because you're not glued to this blue light on your phone that's really just screwing up your sleep cycle even more. Okay. But an act, really self-love is not just skincare and pampering, like, and taking a bubble bath. Like, true self-love is being disciplined, it's being accountable, it's being structured, it's being consistent with yourself. It's constantly, self-love is when you constantly show up for yourself even when you don't feel like it, because it's for your ultimate good. Okay, so even if you don't feel like doing it, you're going to do it anyway because you're going to benefit from it. All right, so this feels like one of those things that you just need to do because it's going to benefit you. You may not want to do it, but it's good for you. So you just have to show up for yourself in that way. And that's true self-love. And when you start to really learn what that is, you'll start to realize a lot of this shit, like having a good diet, getting into your fitness, getting into, taking care of yourself, being on your P's and Q's, and really just calling more true nurturement and intent and attention to yourself, that is when you really tap into this self-love. Okay. And like I said, you'll have these realizations like, wow, if I start implementing these things, this was kind of the cure all along. Who would have thought something as simple as shifting my diet and, going to bed at a decent hour and waking up at a decent hour? Now I don't feel so freaking depressed and anxious anymore. Like, I'm actually in a good mood. Like, what the hell was my problem all along? You know what I mean? Like, you'll realize these little things play such a big part in our energy and our mood and how we show up for ourselves, and also not only the way we show up for ourselves, but the way we show up for our relationships around us and the people around us. Okay. So you'll really get into this awakening. And with this divine masculine, this just needs to show me that you need to tap into your discipline and your structure a little bit more to really get this going. Okay. And not being so, I'll start tomorrow. Oh, you're so welcome. I hope you have the best day too. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. Have a beautiful, gorgeous day. Thank you so much. So with this divine masculine, it's like really getting structured. It's getting disciplined in this nighttime routine. Okay. So really just making sure you're on your shit when you're doing this. All right. All right. So next we have for movement, we have stomach, fortune, be your own daddy, soul family, and create space. So immediately here, I'm like, you definitely get nausea, or you have a loss of appetite, or you're anxious, so it's causing a loss of appetite. Um, yeah, definitely loss of appetite or nausea, or you're suffering from anxiety, so it's affecting your stomach. So maybe you're having like, IBS, or acid reflux, or indigestion, or like diarrhea or some shit like that. And I feel like this plays apart from your anxiety levels or your levels of depression and stuff, and it's physically affecting your stomach. But I also feel like this has to do with your solar plexus and sacral chakra. Okay, I feel like these two chakras have a lot to do with this, and that is where we have our solar plexus is where we have our confidence, and our solar plexus is where we store our emotions. So if you are in this state of like trying to get out of this darker energy, if you will, um, I would really call attention to those parts of your body. Okay, really nurturing those two chakras. And listen, there's so many ways that you could do this. Do your research on them. If you feel called to one of each of those, like to one of those chakras that you need to do specifically, or both of them, look up ways in which that you could heal or align the uh solar plexus and sacral chakra. Okay, and a lot of this you could do through herbs and tea. Okay, you could do this through moving your body physically, especially with your sacral, doing a lot of hip opening exercises, like hip mobility exercises and stuff like that, and really opening up the hips so that way you can kind of release that stored emotion and trauma. Okay, I'm getting a lot of that. It's very heavy. I feel a lot of it in the bye, love you. um I feel a lot of it in like the sacral chakra. So heavy on the sacral. You know, actually, Buddha tea has a tea called sacral chakra tea, and it's on Amazon. I really recommend this. I think that that would be really good for you, and just doing hip mobility stretches. Okay, so and hip opening stretches to release stored emotional trauma. And if you do this, go on TikTok. There's this one girl I watched. I don't know what the hell her name is, but she's legit. Okay, she got like a 30-day program. I think you'll probably know who I'm talking about once I say this. She got like a 30-day program, and I've been wanting to do it. I ain't gonna lie to you. It sounds very intriguing, but there's so many mobility exercises that you could do to open up this chakra to release that energy, and I think this will help the discomfort that you're feeling in that whole area. Woo. Okay. Yeah, we have the create space card. You literally need to create space within your hips, like literally stretching. A lot of this is carried on through generational trauma and generational pain. Okay. This could have also been very much passed down from your mother. Okay. Um, and so it's kind of your job to heal that, especially if you have not had children. This is something you might want to consider and look into in order to not pass that down to your children, okay? Because it does get passed down. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty much that on that. I covered it all. All right, next we have mindset. So we have adrenal glands. I could definitely feel that. Destitution. No one is coming for you. Transformation. Divine feminine. That's so crazy. You got the divine masculine and the divine feminine card. That's wild. Okay, so Pisces, you've got a lot of nervous system issues, okay? And I'm going to say this again. A great way to restart this is to hit a restart button on this is by doing a fast or a cleanse. So I would really figure out what you need to do as far as a fast or a cleanse that resonates with you, that you feel called to do. Go into a meditation, figure this out, okay? You just got to ask your body. It will answer it for you. Figure out what kind of detox, cleanse, fast that you need to do to get your nervous system in fucking tact, okay? Because right now you're a little all over the place, and that's why your stomach is being the way that it is, okay? Stay away from the caffeine as well. I just want to note that. Drink some tea. Get out of the caffeine, drink the tea. All right, so hold on. One second. I need to look up a card really quick. Okay. Destitution. I'm going to read this description to you, okay? Because I feel like you need to hear it. It says the Five of Discs suggests, which is the name of the card, destitution, suggests hard times, loss, and poverty. Thoughts of isolation, doubt, and fear may be overwhelming. When it feels as though everything has been stripped away, reach out and find your support system to lift you back up. This could be financial loss, bad luck, insecurity, hardship, and anxiety. Okay. So this is things that you've been dealing with on the daily. All right. You've been dealing with, I'm getting a lot of downloads, so I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. You're in definite need of support and community, but there's a few issues with this here, okay? The few issues with this is the fact that you've been in major isolation and you don't really want you haven't been in the mood to be around. You don't really want to be around anybody because you're kind of going through what you're going through. But the thing is, it's like you long for the support and community, but you don't feel like you have it. But I'm going to tell you why you feel like you don't have it. It's because you place this unrealistic expectation of other people being able to fix your problems for you. So when you think of people supporting you and uplifting you, you look at it as, oh, they're here to help me fix my problems. This is why you're left disappointed. Oh, shit. My battery's on 8%. And I did not realize that. So we got to speed through this quick. Okay. Destitution. So there's no one is coming for you card. You're expecting people to solve your problems for you, and that's not going to work. Okay. That's not that's not how this works. Okay. You have to fix your own problems. So you you can have support and community. It's just not the way that you have it. It's just not the way that you thought it would be in your head, because you're expecting these people to fix your problems for you, and they can't fix them for you. Only you can fix them yourself. Okay. And because these other people, you're expecting to fix your problems, that when you do start to get out of this isolation, you end up disappointed and let down because they didn't show up for you in the way that you thought and hoped that they would. And so you're left disappointed. And so you go back into this hermit isolation mode where you're just like, you're in doubt and insecure, and you're left in this kind of pity state of mind. I don't really want to say pity, but it's just like, it's just like this nasty, energy of like, I don't have anybody, but the real thing is like, once you learn how to really show up for yourself, that's when people will start to show up for you, because then you're in a space to actually communicate to them how you want them to show up. But first you have to understand and accept the responsibility that nobody is going to fix your problems for you. It is your job to fix your issues. It is nobody else's job, and nobody else can really help you with that. Okay, you have to be willing to help yourself first, and then look for the support as you go through that journey. Okay, to really uplift you in that. That is when you'll face this true transformation, is when you get into accountability and responsibility that you are in control of the direction that you're going in energetically. And the best way to do that is by tapping into your divine feminine and your power source. Okay. Really tapping into this self-nurturement, self-love, self-care, which means accountability, responsibility, discipline, all the things I listed earlier. Okay. That is how you get into this divine feminine energy. Last but not least, I don't mean to rush through you, Pisces, but goddamn, my phone died. All right. Last but not least, we got meditation, mucous membranes, celebration, mood, soul tree. My biggest thing for you is getting rid of the negative energy. I would do a spiritual bath, okay, of release with Dead Sea salt and Florida water, okay? Take a bath, soak in it and your favorite crystals that you feel called to use, maybe protection crystals, maybe a clear quartz, things like that, a smoky quartz that help kind of get rid of the negative energy and help absorb it, and soak with them in the tub, okay? And then stay in the tub until the water is fully drained. And then after the water is fully drained from the tub, then you get out of the tub, okay? I feel like this will really help get rid of that heavy energy that you may be dealing with. And this will help in lighten and brighten the mood. And the thing about spiritual baths is it makes your aura shine so much brighter. At like literally, you can tell somebody is working on their spiritual hygiene because their aura is bright as shit. And that's what I feel like this. Like your aura will shine so much brighter if you really stay on top of your spiritual hygiene. But I don't know if you've been doing that, Pisces. So taking a spiritual bath is a great way to do that, and adding some fresh rosemary to the bath could help, some lime to the bath. This all helps with removing the negative energy and with protection of your energy, okay? I would do meditations for grounding your energy, I would do solar plexus and sacral chakra meditations, maybe a Reiki cleanse, um meditations for releasing negative energy. Really the biggest thing that I would do is releasing this really heavy negative energy. Okay, I feel like that is your overall thing. I think you're just constantly living with this dark energy and you've kind of made friends with it almost, and really it's just weighing you down and holding you back, and it's keeping the dark cloud over your head. So if you want to be able to see the light and feel lighter and brighter and happier and more joyful and abundant and all the things, you really need to push this energy to the side and get the hell rid of it. And a lot of that is going to be through spiritual baths, uh, uh, spiritual protection. Okay, if you're into candle rituals or candle magic, this is a great time to do that. Okay, I'm being on top of it, doing a release candle, doing a reversal candle to help get rid of any evil eyes on you. A reversal candle, you could do, I would even do like a peaceful home candle where it helps, keep the peace in in the home. All that, all the things. Okay, I would just, whatever you got to do to get rid of the bad energy, whatever you feel called to do to get rid of the bad energy. Okay, and a lot of the way that you're going to get rid of this bad energy is cleaning up the food and focusing on those chakras that I listed, sacral and solar plexus, to really get rid of those heavy, uh, deep rooted emotions that you have just stored in the body. And also, while you're doing this, I want you to journal. I want you to journal what comes to mind as you're doing these stretches. What uh, feelings, thoughts, memories come to mind as you're doing these stretches, and journal about it. Okay. Then I want you to ask yourself questions. Where are these feelings coming from? Why do I feel as though these memories have made such a mark on me? Just start asking yourself questions, and you'll start to answer them, and then you'll have some aha moments. You'll come to realizations about things. You'll have understandings about things. Then maybe you can have a good cry, release it, get rid of it, cleanse it. Okay, or crying is cleansing. So if you can get into a nice little cry, that's what you need. Okay, I feel like it is really then when you start to have this sacred union with yourself. Shit, burn you a sacred bond candle. That's good to uplift the energy and the connection and the passion within yourself. Okay. um that's really good. And now you're able to get in this space of celebrating you, celebrating yourself, celebrating who you are, and feeling this self-worth. Okay, working on self-worth. So doing a meditation for self-love, self-worth, self love healing, all that good stuff. Okay, and you can find all that on YouTube for free, and just watch and listen to whatever video you're feeling called to watch or listen to. Okay, Pisces, that was your June health and healing reading. I hope that helped you in the way that I hope that helped you in the way that it needed to. And I will see you guys later. Okay? Bye.